Hey guys, Brian from Retread Paintball again here today. Sorry it's been a little while since our last video. Well, with the holidays and everything going on associated with that, and doing some work around here, trying to change things up a little bit. We were making quite a mess shooting paint, so we're going to be trying shooting reballs for some of our testing. And I set up this reball catcher here that I started making the other day out of just PVC and canvas and moving blanket and some zip ties and just kind of threw together this frame out of PVC, elevated it in the back a little bit. Not quite finished with it yet, but we use this kind of canvas painter's drop cloth, and then this is an old moving blanket that's padded, and I've kind of quadrupled it up a little bit here. Let's see, done with this stuff. So just used PVC elbows and pieces and stuff, and kind of made it. It's a little big, but I wanted there to be enough room in the back in case anything went through, and also just kind of wanted to have a little room to play with. And eventually I'm gonna take this dryer vent hose and cut a hole here at the lowest point, and kind of that would be where most of the reballs will flow, and then I'll have it drain into a bucket below it. But I wanted to try it out, and I got to get going because we got a big game tomorrow, and wanted to chrono some guns that I'm going to be loaning out to some folks. And so today I've got here GOG Enmey. You may have seen another video we did on Marks where he had totally redone the body and updated the regulator. He turned me on to these on-off ASAs, which are really nice because you could just screw them into the back of any dovetail type ASA, and then it gives you an on-off capability. So it vents, and it's a lot easier to unscrew the tank. This one's from Trinity Paintball here in California, but there are others that you can find on eBay as well. And they're about 15 to 20 bucks depending. So that's how you turn on and off your air, and then you're not galling up your dovetail and straining to get it in and out. So the GOG Enmey, it's a spool valve mechanical marker. There's no battery. So it's pretty nice, low maintenance. It's bolt out the back. It's ion threaded. That's the only thing I probably really don't like about it, that I can't use, some of my autococker barrels and stuff. But I just have a gravity hopper on here. You can use a force feed if you wanted to. And I wanted to just try some reball here over the chrono and see where this thing's at, and also see if my catcher here will hold up. I found it is possible to short stroke these, so there is a mod you can find on PB Nation or M. Carter Brown, I think, a thread where they basically drill a hole around here somewhere that allows you to thread in a set screw, which will keep the which will allow you to adjust the trigger throw a little bit so that you can't short stroke it as easily. The sun's really bright today. This is chroning right at around 266. I've never adjusted this before. This one's brand new. It's just a 100-round pod of reballs I had laying around. I think that's pretty good, actually, for the field we're going to tomorrow. So shake and bake, obviously not the greatest thing in the world. I would use a force feed or at least an agitating hopper, like maybe a JT Revy. I think they sell those for about, was it $59 or something, brand new right now, since they started remaking those. I have one of those, but tomorrow we're going to do a 100-round game, and it's a mechanical game, and we're limiting to 100 rounds. So, and no electric hopper. So, this is kind of what we'll have to do. And I'm like shredding that old moving blanket, but that's okay. Doesn't look like anything's going through to the other side, but we'll check it out here when I'm done. Ooh, the first one came out. All right. Let's see how we did here. Oh, 2 came out. All right. So there we go. They are kind of pooling right here, which is what I wanted. A couple kind of get stuck in the blanket. This is an old blanket, as obviously it's coming apart. Let's see how far they went through. This is the second layer. And looks like nothing really came through all the way. But we may need a better moving blanket. This is one that's been in my garage forever. So I think it's all dried out and it's getting destroyed, but you'll see some other videos where people have made these Reball catchers, and you know, they've used denim and some other things, so I may try some other material and see how that works out. This may just be too delicately destroyed here with this kind of like, you know, it's almost like dryer lint in between these folds here, so I don't think that's going to hold up forever. But it worked pretty good, so I'm kind of happy with where it's going, and when I get the drain in, then it'll be easy to kind of scoop up these. The thing with Reballs, if you've seen these, they're rubber. They squeeze a little bit, but you may want to watch, you know, what you're boring at, and you know, make sure you're not having any issues. Some electric hoppers say not to use Reballs in them, so be really careful with that. Others will say, yeah, you know, Reballs are fine, and I haven't really experienced any problems with them yet. You do have to clean them though, because you don't want all this gunk. If you can see it now, there's stuff that's built up on here. You don't want that gunk in your gun and in your hopper and stuff. So definitely clean them. Just soap and water is probably fine. If you got a colander at home, or you know, just fill up a sink and throw them in there and kind of agitate them a little bit, it should be fine. So anyway, that's it. That's the Reball catcher and the GOG Enmey. Thanks, guys.